I'm your source of self-destruction. Pain that comes with fear. Sucking up is clear. Leaning on your desk construction. Taste me, you will see. More is all you need. Dedicated to how I'm feeling you. Obey your master. Your life burns faster. Obey your master. You're falling faster. Where's the dreams that I've been at? Obey your master. Promised only lies. Your life burns faster. All I ever see is laughter. Obey your master. Laughing at my cries. Master. Sound is forceful bats. Natural habitat. Just a rhyme without a reason. Never-ending maze. Shift the number days. Now your life is out of season. I will occupy. I will help you die. I will run through you. Now I rule you slowly. Obey your master. Your life burns fire. Obey your master. You're falling faster. Where's the dreams that I've been at? Obey your master. Promised only lies. Your life burns faster. All I ever see is left. Obey your master. Laughing at my cries. Master, 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 master.
Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Drew. You're witnessing history here tonight, okay? First time ever in history, I'm using dual monitors. I'm finally in 2004. In case you missed it, man. So bear with me. I might have some technical issues doing all this. I just figured it out. It's taking like 10 minutes. I couldn't even figure it out. I'll do this crap. We're here tonight. It's a sad night. Just like I did the remembrance stream for our fallen soldier, Davy Crockett. I'm here tonight reading the eulogy of everyone's most hated Panelverse member, Stephen Killeen, also known as the Sanity Machine. He loved his puppets, gave people creepy vibes, contradicted himself a lot, and everyone hated him. He thought we lived in a hell realm. Well, hell to him is losing his channel, where he streams 12 hours a day, every day. You'll no longer be bombarded with this wannabe guru, wannabe quantum of consciousness. It's QSC's disassociated personality. Same guy, same boy. I'm sure he'll be back, but it'll never be the same. He'll never reach 3,000 subscribers again. Dude was wild, bro. What's up, Jessica? Good to see everyone in here, man. Yeah, this two monitor shit's blowing my mind, bro. There's this whole channel that's called Demon Slayer. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but Demon Slayer, his entire, did I spell it wrong? Where is it? The Demon Slayer. His entire channel is like dedicated to Sandy Machine. This guy might even be more crazy than the Sandy Machine because he's got every single video is about the Sandy Machine. At least the Sandy Machine makes every video about himself. At least he's a narcissist, right? This guy's just on the Sandy Machine's nuts. I guess his channel's done now too forever because he has nothing to talk about. Even every single post here on his community tabs is about Steven. But this guy's been riding Sandy Machine hard. When you go to his most
11 strikes
recent
in 1
video,
year and was temporarily suspended for 5 days. And now his
wow, this two
channel is
monitor
gone
shit
once
is
again.
crazy, dude.
As a small channel, you must work extremely hard to achieve that goal in such a short amount of time. I am sure he is still whining, crying, and blaming everyone for his failure.
When you go down in the comments here on here, there's people admitting that they he's got 10 backups, Jessica said. There's people in here, including Snafu. I've seen you in here, Snafu, admitting they did a strike party on him. Now, I think that's pretty weak to do a strikes on people. But if anyone wants to call in and take credit for that, I'm about to drop the link. Let's check out our boy Demon Slayer for a minute. Give me just a minute to get these links up and everything. And I'll be right back while I let this ride for a minute.
YouTube was extremely patient with you. You should have been banned a year ago. You bullied hundreds of people, stalked them, mocked their appearance, religion, beliefs, and sexual orientation, and consistently demonstrated that you are a racist piece of poop with a demonic, nasty attitude toward everyone. You created 2,000 videos and trillion hours of live streams, but you never credited anyone or provided a reference for where you got this information. It is as if you were born with this knowledge. You tried so hard to be a guru and a cult leader. You were desperate for attention. It was hilarious to watch a 50-year-old doll boy self-destruct in such a way. You never reflected on your actions or accepted responsibility for your mistakes. You blamed it all on Team Evil. You were an expert at projecting onto others, from calling people incels to demons. It was all a projection. You focused on everyone on the internet but yourself. To your few remaining cult members, you are worse than your cult leader. You never felt sorry for those he attacked, mocked, and bullied. Because it was not directed at you. That demonstrates that you have no compassion or empathy.
Then I think my wife and I had made like the ultimate Sandy Machine diss video, and it was pretty much downhill for him ever since then. He had made a stream originally going through my wife's Instagram doing his bullshit. Look at him. Just look at him. Looking at like drawings my wife did or whatever, calling it all like esoteric and evil and all this other stuff. So she had, and I blame you, Layla. I blame my wife. She's actually the one that's actually responsible for the Sandy Machine's reign of terror on the internet, because he had posted something one time about Jason Brashears on being like a fraud or something on Instagram, and she wrote something like, "Oh, check out Chalk Body or something." Then after that, he joined YouTube and everything and started doing all this shit. So it's your fault, Layla. It's all your fault. But this was classic. This is where we showed he's a mask wearer, and this is the shit he does in his real time when he's not streaming 12 hours a day. He's playing with puppets. He's definitely like on the spectrum, to say the least. That's the least we could say about this guy.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. Hey, all you swingers of the gay persuasion. There's a new gay result just for you.
I was telling him it doesn't take a fucking.
Wait, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was telling him it doesn't take a fucking Einstein to understand it. Oh, hey Einstein, how's it going? Don't be offended.
Yikes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you ready? Lights, camera, rolling, rolling. I love you, birds. You birds are sheep.
Motherfucker's got like a $50 Andy Warhol doll.
You ready?
There he is. It's your boy Steven. Now he liked to lurk your Instagram, so we're gonna give him a taste of his own medicine.
Oh, we're back from the post office. Mission accomplished.
So this dude's in.
I see Salty Siren in here. I think he was actually going to war with Paul Enslaved before his untimely demise. And I think the reason for it was because Salty Siren and Jeep Girl would leave his 12-hour streams when Paul would show up and go over to Paul. And I think he was offended by that. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that's what was happening.
In an Uber,
Back from the post office.
talking to a puppet in a mask, making a selfie video in an Uber.
Look at this mask tard, bro. Okay, you're the Uber driver and you see this shit going on in the back. What do you do?
Sherlock Holmes and I are on a car ride, taxi ride on the way home.
Look at the driver's eyes in the rearview mirror. Hold on, I can go back. How do you switch frames here? I forget how you do that. How do you go frame by frame? Here we go. Gotta get this guy. Is his driver Epstein? Looks like Epstein. I think he's getting the nervous tick. He's fluffing his hair back because he's getting nervous. The driver. Look at him. Look at him. Look at those. Those are the eyes of a fucking. This is his. He knows this is his last ride here. He's like, shit, man. This guy's gonna bludgeon me to death with this fucking med bottle or some shit. Look at that shit. Damn.
This is going up on Instagram and Facebook.
After completing the mission, right?
Yep, after completing the mission. Mission
This
accomplished.
driver is scared for his life.
Cool owls, bro. You can go to his website. You can buy those on a throw pillow. His live, laugh, love paintings.
Look at these owls. You know what owls mean?
Oh, hey, Vincent. How are you doing? Stay home. Save lives. Edgar, get the fuck out of here with that. Oh,
That's the dude calling EBT low T, calling him bald. Fat.
Low T EBT. Look at him. Is Steven in here or what? Is he in here in a sock account or what? Why don't you click the link, Steven? Come on in. We know you're lurking. I'm somewhat undecided. I don't think it's right that these people do these strikes parties. David Crocker was a victim to that. I think it's pretty gay when people do stuff like that for no reason. Like if there was a legitimate reason, if a guy was doing some illegal or making weird threats or something, there's certainly a time and place for it, but not when it's just a dipshit actual retard. We lost a real one, man. We lost some good lolcow.
Hey, Vincent, why don't you take off that mask, dumbass? Hey, Vincent, why don't you take off
That's
that
it.
mask, dumbass?
He's wearing a mask. Look at it's the Goy slot machine.
Oh,
This is literally what this guy does. So when you wonder why is he streaming 12 hours a day, it's because this is what he does when he's not streaming. He's just home alone with his fucking puppets.
oh, shout out Chewburger. Look at this bleeding heart liberal artwork here.
Trash. It's made with
Soul Read Analytics. He didn't put any truths in his stream. He said you live in a hell realm. He said life is hell, and he's the only one that knows how to escape, and he's gonna lock you in here. What's crazy is then when you go to that's what I was gonna show before too, is that Demon Slayer guy's channel. Let me go back to that. And when you look in the comments are all people that used to be like his simps and all the people that used to defend him and stuff. There's Busker. Shout out to Be More Busker. Like all these people were at one time in his chat, like watching these shit. Orphan Annie. There's one in here that said one of these videos, it might not have been this one, but one of these Demon Slayer videos, it's like, yeah, it took me weeks before I realized he was crazy. Like, how do you not watch this dude for like 5 minutes and not know the fucking guy's crazy? Just like that guy, his name, I don't know if I have the name right, like Aman Hillman or whatever, the guy that says Jesus fucking 8 children for kids. Like, how are there people that can't look at that and know that that's a fucking crazy ass tweaker or something? That's what I don't get. Like, yeah, this guy's totally credible. Wow. And he's literally fucking a tweaker sitting on a bus stop bench with a cart full of fucking blankets and shit. You can tell. But if you can't tell, you need to get out of your house more.
with period blood.
Oh.
Satanic.
Ooh, look at this. Look at this symbolism here. Look at
Shit's
this.
trash.
Whoa, hold up now. Doesn't even want to show his face here. He's scared. Okay, so this is the dude saying that I'm an average neo-pagan looking chick.
It's a motherfucking Hot Topic Satanist here.
And that's based off of pictures from when I was like super young and dumb on the internet. This is like a dude old enough to be my dad. Look at this shit. This is so cringe.
Look at him. Just look at him.
Speak of the devil in the ears.
Hello. I didn't want to.
What's going on,
Somebody
Steven?
said I didn't want to show my.
I know I
face.
spelled your name wrong on your headstone.
You don't know how to spell my name?
I know I spelled your name wrong on your headstone. I'm gonna redo it, but I'm gonna add the puppets on there crying.
What's up,
so that's
Drew?
why I'm
You're
fixing
still
it.
obsessed with me after years now.
puppets
This is fantastic.
I'm obsessed with you. How am I obsessed with you?
Yeah, you've been making videos about me for years now. This is hilarious.
Well, you know, you're pretty low-hanging fruit on the low.
I wasn't a
so.
tweaker. I was ill in the hospital. So
I don't think
had an
you're a
illness.
tweaker. I'm saying
Never been a
there's certain
tweaker.
people that are tweakers that are obviously tweakers, and people can't tell right away. I
You
wasn't
said I
saying
was
you're
a
definitely not
tweaker.
a tweaker.
I'm not a tweaker.
You're too fat to be a tweaker, homie. Sorry.
Not a tweaker. Yeah, you're fatter than I am, but go ahead.
Cam up and let's see. Cam up and we'll both take our shirt off. Let's go right now.
I'm like 120 pounds.
I doubt that.
That's true.
That's why
No,
you
no,
never
I'm-
cam up. That's why you
no.
never cam up. And all
It's
your
'cause-
pictures are from like 20 years ago, just like
There's
these old grannies that follow
20
you.
years ago. This picture's from last year, not 20 years
Well,
ago.
cam up then.
I'm not on a phone.
So what does that mean?
I don't have a camera. What are you talking
You
about?
got them. Every laptop has a fucking camera.
No, dude.
Like desktop.
I know you're
fucking
gay. You'd love to
webcam
see
is
me,
like
but gay men,
$20, dude.
listen for a second. Gay men want to see what other guys look like, and you're like, cam up. You sound like your daddy. Your daddy's a child molester, and that's what you sound like, and that's why you're.
I don't
obsessed with me,
want to necessarily.
because I
wanna
call
see
you out on your daddy.
I don't want to see you. I just want.
Yeah,
to
you
prove
do
that
want
you're
to see
better
me.
than
You're like, cam up, cam up. You know, I
You're
don't
the one
even,
calling me fat, and then let's see what you got. Let's
dude.
go.
I
We'll
have a
go shirt for
girlfriend. I don't
shirt.
need another girlfriend.
You don't have a
You,
girlfriend, bro.
yeah, I do have a girlfriend. Absolutely. You're a
Promise you, you
liar.
don't have a
All
girl.
you
You
do is
might have
make
a
false
lady that texts
accusations.
you and you send her money,
Dude,
but that's
how many live streams have you done about me? You're a fag. You're a fag. You're making another live stream about me.
I've made a few about you, but how many live streams have you done about all these
So
other
you're
characters?
dancing on my grave. Do you
Forever
think?
Con Man.
Listen, dummy.
Do you love
Listen,
Forever Con Man?
listen, listen, dumbass. Do you think I'm done? You really think you're dancing on my grave with this live
Oh,
stream?
I'm fucking doing the Charleston on your grave, motherfucker.
Really?
You're done, but you'll come back. But I don't
See,
think
you
you'll ever
hate
reach
me.
3,000
You hate me,
again.
but you know what? I
You hope
rule
people
you. I
know,
own
seeing
you.
through your bullshit is
Hey,
transparent now.
Drew,
They're not going to resubscribe again
like
unless
father,
you
like
buy them.
son.
It's possible you could buy them
Like
subscribers.
father, like son. You speculate. You're not a truther. You don't care about the truth. You make up shit. You're a liar. You're a fraud. You're a liar. You get paid to lie.
Who pays me
I'm
to lie?
looking into you. I'm looking
Who
into
pays
you,
me though
Drew.
to lie?
I'm looking into you. You will be exposed.
Who pays
Like
me to
father,
lie?
like son, dude. You're nervous. I'm looking into
That's
you.
all you. That's all
I
you
have
ever say.
info
Look at
on you
my
already.
lifestyle. Look at him.
Yeah, you're a
Just look.
child molester like your daddy. You just like your daddy.
I'm
You're a
not a child
sicko.
molester.
You're a
Shit.
freak. You're obsessed with me. You're a freak. You're a freak. And I am looking into you and your wife. Yeah, well, there you go. Stroke your
You're
beard some
just
more nervously,
looking into me.
selfishly.
Oh
I know
no,
your body
shit.
language. I know what you're doing, dude. Touch your
What am
face
I
some
doing?
more. I am going to fucking look into you. You're obsessed
You're
with
gonna
me.
look into me.
I know you're a creep. I'm going to investigate you. Like father, like son. I think you're a molester like your daddy. I am going to look
Well,
into you.
you're
And
wrong.
I'll hire somebody to
You
look
know it's
into you.
against the law in
I'm going to
Canada
look
to say
into
the
you.
shit that you say.
What you're doing is fucking
You know, in
harassment. You're a
Canada you
loser.
can't
You're
slander
obsessed
people
with
like
me.
that.
You can talk about against the law. You pulled a
You know that?
weapon on my channel. You pulled a weapon on
Hey, I
stream.
called
You're
in.
a loser. You're a
Shut the fuck up.
loser.
I called into a shit and I pulled it. I said, "Put the puppets in the fucking bag.
Keep
Put the
muting
puppets in
me.
the fucking bag now."
Keep
And
muting.
he had that
Coward.
motherfucking shit down.
Coward.
He had his finger on the
I'm
trigger. He
going to
was
expose
ready.
you. I'm going to expose you.
Ready.
I'm going to expose you, you bitch.
Put the puppets in the bag, Steven.
You're a bitch.
Which one's your favorite
You're a
puppet? Like,
bitch.
how much do you think you've
You're a
spent on
bitch.
puppets?
You're obsessed with me. You'll never be me. You'll
Do
never
you
do what
think
I can
you've
do.
spent more
And
than
I'm going to
$250
expose you,
on
you fucking cretin. You
Do you
degenerate
think you
loser.
spent more than
Fake
$250?
Christian. Fake Christian.
Hey,
I've got
listen.
lots of money. Got lots of money.
Nobody gives a shit
You
about your
fucking
money, dude.
loser.
Listen, I got a question for
Listen,
you.
you're
For real.
obsessed with me.
For
Go
real.
fuck yourself.
I'm gonna give you a platform right now
Go
since you
fuck
don't have
yourself.
one.
Yeah, I
Fucking
do.
machine
I'll
here.
be
You're gone.
back. I'll be back. Shout
I'm
out
gonna give
to
you a chance to explain your theory, right? Can you explain your theory in like 1 minute?
shout out to my kingdom. No, I can't explain my theory in 60 seconds. It takes
Well, then
more
you don't
work
have
than
a
this
theory. Then you
lazy
don't even
asshole
understand
is
it.
willing to do.
If you can't
You
brevity
can't
it
look
down for
into things.
everyone,
You don't research. You're lazy.
you can't
You're
boil your theory
lazy.
down to like 60
Nobody
second
can boil something
elevator
down to
pitch, then
60
you don't
seconds
have
if it's
shit.
complex. Boil down the
You
Bible
don't
to
have
60
shit.
seconds, loser. I got lots. You won't look. You're lazy. You've had years to look into it.
I'm
You're too
understanding,
lazy.
like you
You're too
obviously
lazy.
I'm not asking for every detail, but if
There's
you can
people
give the
right here
outline
that
of
have
your
looked
theory
into.
to get people interested in you and your channel, and you have 60 seconds
Shout
to
out to
get them hooked
Salty
in,
Siren.
what
I
would you
need more
say?
than 60 seconds. 60 seconds is
Yeah,
for a pissant like you.
exactly, bro. If you
For a
can't boil
pissant
it down, though,
attention
you
like
don't
you.
understand it. That's my
You have
point.
no attention span. You just interrupt. You just talk over.
Oh, I interrupt. You haven't stopped
Yeah, you
talking
do.
once, motherfucker.
Yeah, you do. 60 seconds is your attention span. That's all you got.
Nope. I'm saying if
That's
you want
all
to
you
drop
got.
people to your channels to watch the longer videos, can you give
Shout
them
out
like
to
a
my
Cliff's
kingdom.
Notes? Could
Shout
you give
out
them
to
a Cliff's
Salty
Notes that would
Siren.
introduce them to what you're talking about and maybe make them
This is
interested
a
enough to click
reincarnation.
to
Give me a chance,
invest
man.
60,
Instead of
60
talking
minutes
over me,
into a
give me a
video?
chance. This is a reincarnation soul trap. It's a hell realm. This realm is built on suffering. There's some beauty. The beauty here is just to make you believe that you're not in a hell realm. Most of this realm is rigged. It's a rigged reality system. And you get tricked when you pass away, you go out of body. There are deceptions from entities. We know this from out of body experiences and from near death experiences. All sorts of pure paranormal experiences people have had, whether they're Christian, Jewish, Muslim, atheist, whatever the fuck they are, they experience similar things. I have researched this for years. I put in years of research. People like Drew bash things without investigation. They don't research. They bash things without looking first. I encourage people to investigate this topic first, like somebody that's serious about going after the truth. A serious truth seeker would look first rather than bashing something that they don't know about, bashing a topic without looking. Lazy minded, low IQers, sub 80 IQers bash things without looking. They can't even spell hell realm. Look at this apostrophe HE apostrophe LL. Your audience are a bunch of low IQers, just like Drew. This is what I expect from here is low IQers that can't even
Well, then why
spell.
don't you learn this?
Can't
You're
even
here.
spell. They can't even
We got
fucking
another
spell
schizo
something.
here. It's schizo hour here. Soul Read Analytics.
Go
Good
ahead.
to see you. How are you?
All you have is insults. You don't research, dude. You don't investigate things. You're a low IQer. And you are born from a molester.
How you
Like father,
how
like
you doing,
son.
Soul Read
You're a creep.
Analytics?
You like to obsess over
What's up,
people.
Drew? How you doing,
You
brother?
like to say to the people won't show
Now
up, and
this
then
is
I
one of your
stumble
fans
upon
here,
your
Steven.
shit
This
show,
is one of your
and I
fans.
show up. It's not one of my
Yeah,
fans. Not at all.
I'm a half fan of everyone. This is
It's not a
Drew.
fan of mine.
Soul
Never
Read is
seen him
a
on my
fan of
channel.
the hell
Never seen
realm.
him. Never seen him.
Dude, you blocked me like immediately for no reason. One, I don't
I
even
don't
care
block
about that.
fans. I don't want fans. I want thinkers. I want
Well, I
something
don't know
above
you,
the
dude.
quality
You want
here.
I mean, I could like break down how your channel went. I mean,
You
you put
can't
out a
break
lot of
down
channel.
shit. You
I
can't
could break
break
Look at
down
this
down.
shit.
ugly ass picture from like 10 years ago.
Now that was 30 years ago. You can't break
30.
down shit.
Damn, bro.
I could break it down just
Look
How
at
like
your
about
you
you
weak
can.
ass
debunk my
art,
theory,
bro.
Drew? Can you debunk my theory, Drew? No, you can't. You
It's
can't do it.
unfalsifiable. How can I
You
debunk it?
can't debunk my theory. You
Oh,
love
it's
looking at my
choosing.
pictures. It's just jerking off looking
Your
at my old
theory
Instagram
can't be
pictures.
proven either. You can't prove your theory, so
Can't be
it's just
proven.
bullshit.
Jerk off
Basically,
to my
like saying
pictures more,
simulation.
fag. You're a
It's the
fag.
same as saying
You're
simulation.
an
It's
obsessed fag.
unfalsifiable, dude.
You're an obsessed fag. And then you got somebody here to back
Look at
you
this
up.
gay shit that
Bring
you
it to
drew,
your
I
bro.
ain't. Listen, I'll
You're
come
gay,
totally
dude.
in the middle of the line
This
if
shit
you
looks
let me.
like a child drew this left-handed with a
You're a
crayon.
fag. You're a fag. You're a
But you
stalker.
make money putting this on
You're a
throw
stalker.
pillows or what?
You're a
I like
stalker.
I like the hustle if you're selling these
You're a
throw
stalker.
pillows.
You're a fag. You like to stalk around to try to find pictures of me. You're a fag.
What does the H stand for on the hat? Is it homo?
Hell realm stands for hell realm.
Oh, hell realm. Okay.
Yeah,
Hell realm. But you have a girlfriend and you have all this money,
stands
but
for
you're
hell
in
realm.
hell. And $600 worth of puppets and you're in hell. You get to sit home and play with puppets all day.
No, $6,000 worth of puppets.
$6,666.
6,000. Yeah, sure. Like
Now,
your
who's this one
demonic,
here? Is this Vincent?
your
Is this
demonic
Vincent
wife.
here?
It's Vincent Van Gogh. Your wife is a demon, dude.
Why does
I
he
already
have both
exposed
ears?
her.
What's
Your wife's a demon.
why
She's
aren't these
into
to
Jewish.
scale?
Don't talk over me. She's over
Why
Jewish.
is there
She's
no
into
missing
Jewish
ear here?
mysticism.
What? Who pays for a
Your
Vincent Van
wife's
Gogh with 2
demonic.
fucking ears, bro?
I'm
You got ripped off.
independently wealthy. I don't have
I
to
guess
work
you
in a
could cut one
warehouse
of his
like
ears
you
off
do.
if you
You
want.
work in a warehouse. You're not very bright. You get paid by the hour, and you're
You
obsessed
sit
with
home
me.
with puppets all
You're
day,
obsessed
bitch.
with
So
me.
what the fuck are you talking about?
All
Come
you can
on,
mention
this
is my
is
puppets.
trash,
Wow,
guys.
that
Come
really hurt.
on, come on, come on, come on, come on,
Puppets
come
are
on, come on.
hilarious.
There's got to
You
be
work
like
in
a
a
middle
You're
warehouse.
my
line.
puppet, Steven.
Your
You're my
wife,
puppet.
your
That's the
wife,
only time you're hilarious is
your
when I
wife
got you on the
is,
string and I'm
yeah,
making you
dude.
dance like a
Your
fucking
daddy's a
puppet.
child molester, and
You're
your
my
wife is into
marionette,
Jewish
boy.
mysticism. Your wife is into the Kabbalah. She's a witch. She's a witch. You're my puppet.
Dance for me, puppet.
You're my puppet. You're obsessed with me. You've
Put my
made like
hand up
how
your
many
ass,
live
puppet.
streams about me? I'm in your head. I live rent free in your head.
Puppet.
I own you. I
Puppet.
own you, motherfucker. I own you. And I
Are you
love
own
you.
me?
Can I ask you a
I
question or
love
what,
you.
motherfucker?
Yeah, go ahead. Go
All
ahead,
right,
genius. Go ahead.
Steven, why are you not upset about your channel getting new?
Go ahead.
Can you hear
Oh,
me?
I'm really crying about it.
Oh,
really
I'm just
crying
here.
about
Well, you did put a lot of work into it, and it's not like I don't know
I'm
you.
crying about it. Yeah, I put a lot of work in, and I banned dumbasses like you.
Oh, well, I don't care if
You
you
got
ban me,
banned
dude.
for being stupid, right?
I have no idea why I got banned.
Are you
It
a
was probably
dumbass? Why
like
did you get banned? I don't remember you.
for
I don't remember talking to
probably,
you.
dude. You should remember me from.
How could I
fucking-
remember you? You're
It's
not
from
memorable.
Discord. Listen, I drove you to even make a channel, brother.
Whoa.
No, you didn't.
Big claim.
Yo, this I did from Forever
at all.
Conscious fucking Discord.
Oh.
That's the reality.
Let's get in. Hey, let's get into
I
that.
was
You
never
want to go
part of
deep?
that.
You act like I ain't
You're
been
a
around or
jilted
some
fan
shit.
from Forever Conscience, and he wouldn't
Forever
accept your
con
love.
man.
He wouldn't accept your love, and then forced you to
He's
just go off the
alright,
deep end and
dude.
start
Come
your own
on.
channel. Am I
I
correct?
was never part of that channel. I was
A
never
little
part of
bit
that
of that.
Discord.
Oh, you loved him. You were his biggest fan.
I never loved him at all. I'm
Steven,
not
you
a big
were the
fan. You're
number
liars.
one chatter, and you fucking
Everyone
know.
No,
knows
I
you
You
were
wasn't.
in there.
get the
You're
You
a
were
fuck
liar.
out of
washing
here.
Prove
those
it.
balls, boy.
Prove it.
You said your
Show
royal
receipts,
penis is
liars.
I
clean,
just,
Mark.
I don't know. I'm just honest, so I'll
receipts.
just say it. I mean,
Show
like,
receipts, liars. Show receipts.
whatever.
You're
I can
obsessed
show
with
all
me. You're
sorts of
two
Mark, come on
receipts.
fags.
here. I'll get him on
You're
here.
two fags doing a whole live stream about me.
It's
Obsessed.
stupid. Listen,
winning.
Steven, I like your
I'm
shit,
winning.
bro. I like your shit.
I'm
Your
winning.
tangible truths you put out
I'm
there,
winning,
What's
Steven.
with
To
all
be
the
honest with
pictures?
you,
What's with
I
all the
don't like
pictures
your
of
fake and
masks,
gay
bro?
live
I'm
streams.
winning.
Hey,
I
bro,
guess
what's with
you're
all the
winning.
pictures of masks? You're
I'm
wearing a
winning,
mask.
fags. What do they say?
Bro, you're wearing a mask.
Why
You
don't
ain't
you
winning
read them?
shit.
Can you read? You can't read though. You misrepresent people. You're a
I
fraud.
want to look at your
You're a
fucking face.
liar.
Why would I look at
Yeah,
your
you want to
face?
keep showing my face. Keep showing it, fag. You're obsessed with me. I own you. And your wife is a witch. She's a Jewish mysticism Kabbalist witch.
Okay.
Yeah, she is.
Steven, now
You
that
got-
your
can you-
I have
channel's
can you
gone,
prove
you don't
that?
owe shit, bro. It's like,
It's on my
Can you
Odyssey.
prove
own
that?
now.
I own you, dude. I own you.
Can you prove
And I'm
that
gonna
my wife is a
investigate you.
witch?
I'm going to investigate you. I've already shown
Can you
videos
prove that
of
my
it.
wife, or you just say shit?
It's
You
on
just say
video.
shit. So your whole
I've
theory is just
exposed
shit
her
you
already.
say. Your
I've
whole
already
theory is
shown
shit
it.
you just say, and you can't.
I've
back
already
up
shown
any
it.
of it.
I've already shown it.
Exactly.
I rule
So
you.
you're just like every other
You're
truth
like
out
your
here. You just
daddy.
say
You're like
anything. You
a,
don't
you're
have
a
to
child
fucking
molester,
qualify
like your
anything
daddy.
you say. You
Like
just
father,
say
like
bullshit.
son. Your wife's a witch.
Like father, like son. Look
Yeah,
at
there
him,
you go.
low-key, fat ball.
Stop touching children, Drew.
Fucking retard, bro.
You're a fucking creep like your
There was
daddy.
a comment on one
You're
of
a
those.
creep,
There
weirdo.
was a comment on Demon Slayer that said someone met
Yeah,
you.
you
gave
love
off
Demon
serious
Slayer.
creeper
You're a fucking
vibes.
loser. You're a
Bro,
cocksucking fag.
they said you gave off serious creeper vibes. What do you say to
You're a
that? Someone that
cocksucking
met
fag
you.
like he is. You worship losers.
What do you say? What do you say to the guy
You
that
worship a
says
lot.
you gave off creeper vibes when he
Stop,
met you in
stop,
Canada? He met you.
weakling, coward. You're weak. You're weak.
Well, you don't
That's all you
stop
can
talking,
say.
bro. I'd give you plenty of time to talk, but when I have something to say, I want you to hear it and answer. What do you say to the person that met you and said you gave off serious like pedo creeper
Nobody
vibes?
met me. You're a bunch of liars.
Someone left that comment. I can't verify that myself.
Liar.
But so you're saying
You're a
that's a
liar
lie?
just like they are. You're following an anonymous loser. You just lie. You're not a truth seeker. You're a fraud. That's what you are.
So
So
they should
Demon
listen to
Slayer,
you when
an
you
anonymous
say
loser. You think you're burying me. I'm
my
not
wife's a
done.
witch with no
I'm not
evidence.
done.
They
Your
should
wife
just
is a
believe you.
witch. Your wife is
So with
evil.
no evidence, you say this.
I
and
have a
people should
whole
just
video
believe you?
exposing her. It's on Odyssey.
What's the
Everybody can see
video?
it.
Her drawings?
Everybody can see
Oh,
it.
she drew something that you
Not
thought
just
looked evil?
drawings. It's the books. It's everything she studied. It's her photos.
She read
I
a book
exposed
about
it.
some
Nope.
shit makes her
Not
evil.
just that. You're misrepresenting. I'm exposing her. I'll expose you. You made a dumb move by making this live stream, dummy. You're showing that you're
I'm trying to
obsessed with me.
I'm trying to give
I'm
you
gonna
a
bury
platform.
you.
You don't have
I'm
one
gonna
right now,
bury
bro.
you. Yo, I got a platform. I'm on Odyssey.
You don't have
and
shit right
BitChute.
now, bro.
Yeah,
you
I
ain't
do.
got shit.
I'm on Odyssey and BitChute, bitch.
That ain't shit. That's nothing. That don't
Yeah, it
exist,
is.
boy.
That's
Yeah,
like
it is.
That shit don't exist, boy.
It's gotta be.
I'm winning again. I own you.
This is you right here. Dark helmet playing with the puppets.
Nah,
That's you. You got
fake.
caught. We
That's
made
fake.
that video. Demon Slayers played it every day. Oh shit! I got caught playing with my puppets. Oh shit!
That's all you got is puppets. It doesn't bother me. Show them more. So what?
Yeah, but
You've
pull
shown
them
this
out.
already.
Turn the camera on.
You've
Put the camera
shown
on
this
the puppets.
already.
We don't want to see you at
You've
all. We don't
shown
wanna
all
see
this
you.
already, dude. You're obsessed with me. You think this
Put the puppet
bothers
to
me?
the camera.
This doesn't bother me.
Put
Doesn't
the
bother
fucking
me at
puppet
all.
on.
I own you. You're obsessed with me. You're obsessed. You'd love to get to me, but you can't because I own you. You're my bitch. And that's the reality. So's your wife. I'm in her head too. She still talks about me like over a year later. Anyway, keep going. I'm going to expose you and I'm going to bury you.
Well, you're
And
here
you'll
right now.
see.
Expose me
You'll
right
see.
now on my own channel.
No, you'll
Hold
see.
on, hold on,
ahead.
hold on,
You'll
hold
see.
on. I had an
I'm going to
interjection.
bury you.
You ain't gonna have any subscribers to see it anyway.
That's-
He ran like a cowardly bitch.
No,
He ran like a cowardly bitch. His puppets were crying. The puppets needed their fucking diaper changed. He had to go tend to his puppets. Bye, Sanity Machine. You'll never be heard from again. You'll be lucky to get to 1,000 subscribers. You're done, bud.
He's got like 3,300, right? So is it a fake? Did he fake his own channel demise? That's what I'm wondering.
I think he got struck by people that were like snafu and stuff that wanted to like they said in that one of those comments like strike team, it said when like reported all the videos, which is pretty gay.
Come on.
Oh, he's back. He couldn't handle
really like that.
He couldn't handle
really like that. It ain't good.
the moth to the flame situation.
Stop lying, Drew. You're lying again. You said I ran.
What am I lying about?
You're lying. You just lied. You said I ran.
What
You
did I
lie
lie
all the
about?
time.
Let's set the record straight.
You lie all the time.
What did I lie about? Let's set the record
You just
straight.
lied. You're showing that you're a liar.
You're
showing your audience you're a liar. I'm winning. You're obsessed with me. I own you. I'm in your head.
bro.
I'm in your head.
Bro, look at you.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, wow.
Look.
That means I'm a demon. I love it. I own you.
What do you think? Serious question. What do you think about these people that are striking your channel? It wasn't me.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Well, that's some bullshit.
I think that's pretty gay.
People are really
Probably
doing
was.
that. That's some bullshit, man.
It probably was you, Drew. You're weak.
I got better things
I don't
to
think
do.
you. I don't think you
winning.
do that.
I'm winning.
Stephen
I think
David,
you're
the
a bunch
real
of
Stephen
weaklings.
is in the house. What's
I
up?
think you're a bunch of losers.
What up,
Like
Kang?
The fag at the
Shut up,
bottom.
Steve.
Ginger,
Shut up,
ginger
Steve.
fag.
Stevie on I
Look
need
at
to
this.
have a catch
Look at
up.
the fags.
Shut up, nerd.
The shady bunch. The
I
shady
know.
bunch.
Yeah, right.
You're team evil.
Get all your
listen,
autism
shut
out.
up,
We're
dummy.
waiting for it.
I'm
Finish
gonna
it
steal
up.
Run
you
your loop,
demons in
Stephen.
here.
Run your loop.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna steal
Wrap
you
it up.
demons in here.
Come on, you're running a
I'm
loop.
stealing
bro.
you
Wrap
demons
it up,
in here.
nerd.
Is that
Stealing you
Pride?
demons in here.
Is that Pride shirt?
No, it's
No,
a
dude.
band.
Not at all. It's artwork.
You look like you belong at an AEW
Oh,
show.
that one. Yeah, no, that's 100% a Pride shirt. There is no doubt within my mind. Look at you with the fucking
You're gay.
knockoff Ray-Bans. Hey,
gay,
Steve,
bitch.
how come you talk about being rich all the
Just
time and yet you don't even have actual Ray-Bans? What is that
They're
fucking
not
bitch-ass
knockoff,
knockoff
dummy.
that you're wearing?
No.
Damn.
You guys
got
lie.
me
You're
there,
just
Stephen.
cockroaches. You're liars. You rely on lies. That's all you have.
Co-partner nerd,
It's
I
lies.
asked you a question.
Lies.
Come on.
Anyway,
Steve, calm
I
down.
rule.
Calm down.
I
Daywalker.
rule.
Look at this. That's a grinder profile pic right there, I bet.
You're fag. You wish I was a fag. You're a fag. And so Stephen gave it at the
Man,
bottom.
look at them games,
You're a
boy.
bunch of cockroaches.
White Jewish.
Look at those
And
games.
I rule you. Make a whole stream about me.
Damn,
This
there's
is all you can
it's
do.
like a
You can't
15
debunk
pound
my
bar
model
and
at
like a
all.
10
Hey,
pound
Steve,
weight
how
on there,
mad
bro.
were you
Listen,
when you realized
You
you got your
can't
channel
debunk
nuked?
my model at all.
How mad were you when
I
you
own
realized
you.
that you got it nuked? How mad?
Is it a rising Earth model? I don't get it. Is it a
I don't have
rising
a
Earth
rising
model?
Earth model.
You don't? You're not into
You're a
that?
bunch of liars. You don't
Well,
look
I'm just-
into
I'm
what
gonna
I
look at
have
the
on my
full
channel. You
scope.
just
I'm
lie
looking
and
at the full
misrepresent.
scope of the truth.
You're
game.
liars. I'm showing you to be liars and frauds. Anyone who's into the truth can see what shit you
How
are.
much? Oh my god, dude, that's like 55 pounds. You got the fucking narrow bar there too. You can't even have an Olympic bar. Jesus Christ, man.
Damn, fold your laundry, boy.
Even trying to chat it. Listen, motherfuckers, you all need to shut it. Listen for a second. What is going
Obsess
on?
over
For real,
me.
what is going on?
Oh, you
I
got
win.
your
Beyond gone.
I win.
Beyond crickets to you.
Make a
Any
2-hour
truth,
stream
Listen to
about
SRA.
me.
truth
Listen
is
to
beyond
I
SRA.
gone.
win.
Shut up.
Make
Let me
a
talk for a
2-hour
minute.
stream about me. I've already won. I own you. I live in your heads, and you demons will be sealed in here
No,
forever.
you don't.
You
Steven,
demons
no
will
one's
be
even.
sealed in here. Absolutely.
Steven,
You're
the only
cockroaches.
shit I've ever watched
You're
of you is like your esoteric series
You're
shit, which we
cockroaches.
actually did put out some like informative shit. Like,
You're a
you did
loser.
put out. I
You're
will
low
give you
IQ
credit
or
for
hanging
that.
out here.
I'll give you credit for that.
You're hanging
bro,
out
'cause I'm
here. I
gone.
know where you. I know what you're part of. You hang out with
I'm part
cockroaches.
of nothing, bro.
And
You
it
think I'm
shows
part
what
of
you
something?
are.
You're out of your
I'm not
mind.
your bro. But you hang out with cockroaches. You hang out with losers.
I hang out
You're
with
part
no
of
low
Two Burner,
level.
whether you like it
Bro.
or
Yeah,
not.
you
SRA.
hang
one. I hang
You're
out with
stuck
no
with
one.
us.
You hang out here.
Two, I see a lot of
Drew's a
people.
loser.
Hey,
And I
we
have
got Flow
won.
State in the house.
What's going on?
I've won.
What's
Are
up,
we
Flow
got
State?
flow state in
I've
here?
won.
Fucking flow state.
How did you win?
I've won. You can obsess over me all night.
Can you
In
walk
the
back
end-
that logic that got you winning?
Yeah,
In
dude.
the end, I'll seal you demons in, and nothing
But
you
you're
can say
running
here
a
will
loop,
change
bro.
anything.
I
It's like
really
no
hope
faith
that
in
You've
Jay.
been
Everyone
looping.
knows you're
Been
running a
looping
Obsess
loop.
out
over me
here.
all
Hey
night.
Steve,
Run the
I would
stream
never want to be anywhere
stream
you
it
are,
for
so
6
please seal
hours.
me in.
Stream it for 6 hours because I've already won.
Steven, the
already
point
won.
is, Steven, let me ask you a
already
question. Hold on, everyone shut the fuck up. Let me ask a question. Steven, if we're in a fucking hell realm, blah, 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 we got to make the best of it, okay? It's not even in, okay, whatever. We're in the 666 demon suit, okay? That's where we are. How do we make it better, okay? That's the whole point. That's the whole point of everything.
He ran away, man.
And that's why we're here. I mean, well, that's why it's stupid. So, yeah. Then he ran away.
He ran away. He was scared.
Because that's the question. That's the question. Because otherwise, he's
He
just
don't have,
dwelling
he don't
on.
have an answer for that shit.
Well, we got to make better together.
SRA, you just gotta accept that you're part of Jewburger now. Like you are a full-time employee.
Dude, I know I'm
Burger
fucking.
Syndicate.
That's not fucking cool, but I get it.
You're
whatever.
not
You
accepted
guys
in
are
any
gonna-
of the realms. You're too conflictual in any of the acceptable conspirator realms. You
No,
belong
I'm
with
too
us.
balanced. I'm too balanced, is what it is. But, and I'm too fair. I'm too fair and I'm too balanced. But the point is that all this negative bullshit and like whatever, who cares? Say we are in a fucking hell realm and the way Steven describes it. What's the point in dwelling on that? There's no point in dwelling on that. There's no. What's that
It's
going to
just a
do?
weird
It's
form
going to
narcissism
create
take.
further hell realm.
Kelly
That's all
says
it's going to
here,
do.
his shit is not even an original theory. So
Of course it's not. It's just nihilism, for fuck's sakes. Like
exactly.
And narcissism.
Ni-
Like you
and,
have to be pretty narcissistic
narcissism
to think
as
the
well.
whole
You know,
world is worse than you.
the predominant thing is narcissism. You know, he believes that basically the narcissism belief that this realm is an abortion, right? If it is a hell realm, then he basically abides by the basic bitch take on narcissism. It's not all that deep.
That's what she
hot,
said.
Hot topic theology, basically. Like
at least we can laugh at it.
this is what like truthering leads to, though. I think is like these similar ideas to him, and then also like quantum of conscience, like ideas that are like just avoid everything, live your own life, and don't confront evil, don't shine light on evil, and basically it ends up passing the buck of all that on to the next generation of people.
Yeah, it's basically what the outcropping of the boomer theology of, stay off my lawn was, this. Basically, everybody is so disassociated from their own community, even their own fucking cul-de-sac, that they don't know anybody. They can't actually make any sort of community. And then they complain about how everything's falling apart. Like, it's not that hard to figure out where the problem lies.
Within, man. It all lies within, dudes. Well, it kind of does, but
yes, Jack.
You make
the hell
a
realm
good
will be for
point,
you.
though. But the point is that people get rabbit holed so hardcore, and that's a hard thing to escape from. I'm just saying from personal experience. Like
it is. Yeah, no, you're right. There is, people can double and triple down onto the conspiratorial stuff and, get stuck in that loop.
What's the point in being in hell? Or, okay, we're going to keep bitching we're in hell realm. It's like, okay, that's just going to create more hell realm. That's the whole point. That's my point.
Well, the point is to dehumanize other people.
You're a demon. You're team evil. You're a demon.
Mm-hmm.
You're a shill. You're paid by the government. Anyone that doesn't agree exactly what I agree is a non-human, basically.
100%.
Which is a stupid concept because the information alone will do that. The information, the algorithm alone will do that. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, othering is a basic concept that even came out of the, rules for radicals and then all the different political and government ideals of how to make an enemy out of stuff. So the type of concept that we're dealing with isn't new. It's just in this weird conspiracy back alley at this point.
Flow State, you ever seen this Demon Slayer channel?
A little bit. I think I'm
It's just
subscribed
like
to it.
a
I
dude-
haven't watched a ton.
It's
So
just all about Sanity Machine. He's like obsessed
Let
with
me
him.
tell you,
I've
thought
wondered if
Sanity
it's not
Machine-
Sanity Machine.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've heard a few people
That's
say
what I was
that.
gonna say. That's what I was gonna say.
I haven't even watched all of the shit that Sanity Machine made about me. It just
How could you?
It's like plain vanilla, right? Like I don't know. He needs a little bit of flavor to
It really is bad. Like he's bad at clipping. Like he can't. If he was to actually make enemies, if he was to try and be, the heel of the conspiracy internet, like he's trying to be, he could at least clip people worse, right? If you're trying to catch somebody saying something wrong, and then make an enemy
Depends on
of
the
them.
message he was trying to deliver, though. But not that I've watched his shit, but clearly he is, though, Steven. That's a good point. He made himself the heel of it because all he does all day is watch it and record it and clip it and then make videos about it and then do live streams about it and then talk about it. But the whole point is he promotes an energy that's negative, and it's not a good thing.
Right. Which is why it's, every once in a while it is fun like this tonight to make fun of a person that's gotten bonked.
Once in a while. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Well, I think
it's
there's a real
it's a
action
cathartic
behind
thing.
that,
There's a catharsis to, being able to enjoy seeing
Well, it's team building,
cancerous,
right? Nothing
Yeah.
brings people together like hating somebody.
Especially a real dipshit like this guy. It's just like a lol cow.
Well, it's
Where
not.
would we be without
I'm
our
sad that he ran.
If we were to talk about all levels of it, come on, let's get real. I wish I was really on point, like on my medication.
Well,
on
it sounds
point.
like you're in like a
I could
cricket
really
field,
break it
in the
down,
middle of
but
a field or something.
No, I'm just saying like how it works and how information works and how it's going to affect people and how it's going to affect levels of people and how they're going to feed into a thing, which is all through the algorithm. I almost called it egregore. The algorithm is
Goddamn,
the
Steven,
algorithm
you're a
is
cricket.
based on
tomato,
the video.
potato.
That cricket's been around for like a year and a half now.
What?
I actually passed it on to SRA. My assigned federal agent is now his, so blame it on him.
Well,
Oh,
I
that's
hope
no
it
longer
is
your cricket.
Steven Jesus, because I could use some help. But I hear that cricket now in the background. You're really hearing it. Listen, I love people, man. I'm just fucking. I'm a real dude. Spent through some shit, so we
I'm
live
sad
where
that
we
Sandy
do.
Machine
We
ran.
live where we do. I'm a real dude, though. I mean, that's a
I wanted
reality.
to
Is
see Sandy Machine
That's what
and
all the
Flow
trans
State
say.
Yeah.
because I know they have
CBO,
a
get
history.
it.
Flow State and Steven.
Get us back on topic, CBO. What are we doing?
I don't know. I just wanted to make fun of this guy I knew he'd show up. I just baited him out, basically.
Yeah.
who?
That was excellent. Like
You
I'm
did.
sad he didn't stick around longer. I mean, I would have actually expected him to stick around longer because
Well, he starts looping and then he can't get out.
Well, I'll tell you what happened is that I started asking real questions. And he wasn't real about pacing them.
He ran away because I showed up.
Yeah, I think that's the right
I'm
answer.
the only motherfucker that asks real questions.
All right, fine. You can have it.
Exactly. Which is why
Flo,
you abide
I
by
was
it.
just going to
You
make fun of him
abide by
for
it
finger
a reason.
puppets and being Canadian.
Well,
Well,
I was about to say, Flo,
I'm
this
not
feels like
Canadian.
when you were mediating over at Jack Talcos the other day, trying to figure out who was holier and who was more pious, and then who was more proud at different moments.
I don't remember what you're talking about, but I probably had that exact interaction like half a dozen
It was
times.
probably about 4 days ago because I haven't been on
Okay.
the internet for a minute, but there was a couple like clueless, Jack Talcott orbiters, and basically you were, basically egging everybody on, being like, "Oh, this guy said a really, pious quote, so now he's the most holiest." At the time, it was kind of funny.
Yeah, well, these guys got to compete to keep their number one spot in virtue.
That's it is the competition of the internet streets. If you're not the most pious, then what are you?
Why is there competition?
Competition is great.
No, I get it. Maybe. I get that. Well, I do get it, but on these levels, it's kind of silly. But I'll say this, Daywalker. I had to bury my I had to do celebration of life for my uncle. I thought of you. I was like, fucking Daywalker.
Ginger
man.
Energy United.
Hey, it sucks, bro. It sucks. But yeah, that was like last weekend. But anyhow, regardless, all this faking gay internet shit. Come on, like, what do you think Drew's not on here? Like, he's not on here because he's probably so done with it. Like, I'm a person who really, I was like, the internet's fucking terrible. It's the devil forever. Like, I got off Facebook in 2010, and I was like, this shit's the devil. I know it is. Like, everyone, it's going to be everyone.
It can
Whatever.
be
I
both.
didn't analyze it all the way. Shut the fuck up, Flo. I'm gonna tell you.
It can be both. All right, fine. I'll let
So
you
this
wax.
is how
I'll
I
let you
saw it.
wax
Let me tell my
gnostic
story.
about
Let
the
me
internet.
tell
Go
my
ahead.
story. Let me tell my story. And I was like, this is bad. And I see what it's gonna be. And I stayed away from it. All right. And then it was like I went through like a pretty hardcore awakening, like 2018, and I was like, oh, everything.
Did your Kundalini arise?
No.
He missed that
But
porn.
It did. I'll tell you what. It literally might have in like 2022.
How
And
many
I really
organite pyramids did you make between
I
2019 and
didn't do any of that
2025?
shit. I didn't do any of that.
I need to know the
Crossword
number
puzzles.
just for scientific
Here's
purposes.
the beauty. Steven, the beauty of my awakening is that I've always been balanced. And I've always known it's fake and gay because I've like already.
Hell yeah.
For real, I've already known like for a decade before I really awoke in. Like, and it's like, okay. Like, I was like, okay, I got to see that this is this and this is that. And like, I already knew.
I had to throw in the organite thing because it was, a fun era.
You don't have to defend yourself at all. I ain't thinking
Well,
about that.
but it
That's
was
not how I
like,
think. That's not how I think.
Did you actually get to make fun of people in that time? Because that was when,
Steven, he's trying to tell his story, and you're being disrespectful.
Sorry, I forgot it was story time.
It's okay. It's a slow story anyway, but I think it'll pick
So
up
this is
here.
where it got. Let me tell you where it got. It got to where like it got to the towers and Dr. Judy Wood and how they just dissipated. And I was like, well, whatever. And I'd already looked at flat Earth and all that bullshit, but so whatever I already knew. But then I was like, I'm done with it. I see what's happening. I was done with it, and then it got slammed in my face. Literally, I was done with it, and I was like, "This is all retarded."
What got slammed?
You shut me up for that story?
For real? No, this is really
what?
what happened. I'm telling you, it's a real deal happening. I was like, dude, like
To be fair, that story was really anticlimactic. I'm trying to find the value out of it. I thought you were
Well,
getting
you didn't let me finish it, Steven, motherfucker.
Okay, good. It's still going.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, whatever, you get the ending to it. So, whatever, we're all on some level of consciousness. So, okay, I get that.
Yeah,
Wait, that was the end.
No, I mean, I get that. So, way to take the wind out of my sail, brother. Thanks.
I don't know that sail had been moved.
I'm sorry.
I was rowing in the sail.
Real life. Me and
it wasn't
Steven,
going anywhere.
real life cage fight. Me and Steven, real life cage fight.
Have you
It'd be
guys
a
ever
good
seen
one.
that? I'm gonna play a video real quick. I want to know. I'm gonna drop everyone out for a minute so this can play. It's like a minute, and I want to know if everyone has seen this. This was during Hurricane Katrina when they went and confiscated everyone's guns, door to door. Have you guys seen this shit? It's old.
Today in New Orleans, they got a lot tougher on the holdouts.
Police department, are going home!
Not only the flooded areas, but New Orleans' driest and wealthiest neighborhoods, too.
Police department!
The
Real
police
quick,
and
CBO,
National
pause
Guard
this
going street
before
by street,
goes on any further.
house to house.
This reminds me totally
sure, too, that whenever we knock the
of
doors,
over
people
here in
usually
Arizona.
need to
There's
make
guys
note,
that do
call
an
it in.
Instagram page called
They say
HOA
there are no
enforcement.
orders
And
to
they
use force, just strong persuasion, sometimes entering open houses with guns drawn, and instructions to disarm anyone inside.
You said guns will be taken. No one will be able to be armed. We will take all weapons.
That happened today in this wealthy neighborhood where homeowners had armed themselves to protect their mansions. Residents were handcuffed on the ground, In the end, police took their weapons but let them stay in their homes.
They were a little bit threatened because our weapons were bigger than their weapons.
For many of the police and guard troops, it is an uncomfortable job to do this in an American city.
Yeah, you never expect to do this in your own country.
Chris Montgomery says he'd rather be in Iraq than patrolling American neighborhoods.
Walking up and down these streets, you don't want to think about the stuff that you're gonna have to do. Somebody pops around the corner.
Be shooting in America.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want you in here. I don't want you in here, period.
So there's a mandatory evacuation.
I know all about it.
Well, Patricia.
What do you guys think about that? That was quite a while ago in Hurricane Katrina, so they already have these protocols to go door to door during national emergency. And
what's the rationale? Did they give rationale?
I'll tell you what it is, straight up front. It's to put out the programming. Don't fuck around. Don't go outside. Get wild with your weapons. It's like a broadcasting. It's a broadcasting of don't go outside and get wild with your weapons. Watch on your 5 o'clock news. That's it.
I would actually argue that this is outdated information.
Of course it is. Of course it is. It's 5 years old, for fuck's sake.
Because of the fact that
20 years old.
So we're in a level of postmodern gun tuber tactical guys to a level where now in Instagram, there are people that are running basically HOA enforcement mock channels where basically people, make fun of the HOA and they bust into the, their friend's house and, throw trash on them because it was out for 15 minutes longer than it should have been or whatever, right? This is the level that we're at. This kind of stuff that we're watching at this point is outdated because we have to deal with so much postmodern gun tubers and so many like Ted Kaczynski fanboys that are wanting to see a collapse that we're dealing with just the wildest conflagration of different belief systems that is going to result in something completely unpredictable in my mind.
What's your favorite flavor of boot?
What'd you say, Flo?
What's your favorite flavor of boot?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
So you're blaming it on the people who have the guns, not the people taking away the guns.
I don't even care about either side because none of them are interested in me.
Well,
so my
yeah,
point, let me make my point. My point is that the programming is all you need. You need one newscast broadcasted on a bunch of local news stations to say, don't fuck around with your guns. And people won't fuck around with their guns. Okay? That's how.
You know what's fun about being in Arizona?
Noted. N-O-D-E-D. Noted.
I can literally.
A whole bunch of little nodes.
Hey, SRI, do you know what tannerite is?
Yeah.
Some explosives, probably.
It's legal explosives that basically is only triggered by rifle rounds. Like you can't hit it with a pistol. You can't even try and detonate it with det cord. No, it's specifically made to do this thing. Why, if all of these new world order things about everything is bad, the world is being taken over, all this shit. Why then can I buy 5 fucking pounds of explosives from fucking Bass Pro Shops right down the street and have zero problems from the ATF? Like this is the thing.
It's not a powerful enough explosive that
it's pretty fucking powerful. Yeah.
It'll fuck up a pumpkin, but it's not going to do much to a building.
Well, it's because you're intelligent enough to know. That's why.
But even that, look, the whole intelligent enough to know argument isn't even that good because, the whole argument of all the... Okay, let's think about...
They know it's going to whiff. They know it's going to whiff 95% of people.
Who was the guy that did the 40 hours of, like, the Illuminati streaming? He lost his leg and did, like, the whole fucking... alien invasion. I forget his name.
I don't know.
What are you talking
But like,
about?
Does it even
the point.
matter?
I think I would remember that guy if I'd ever known
There
him.
was that dude. I believe there was that dude.
There, I forget his name. It was like one guy that used to be important. But that's the thing is like all these different hype points that people get, excited about is what I'm trying to drive home. Aren't really like going to ever coalesce into a moment. And even though like this kind of stuff has happened, we've seen Rome fall, right? We've seen empires rise and fall. I think it's basically, realistically, the normal person in any empire is really unaffected traditionally. They just have to take on a new empire name because, in my opinion, the vast majority of us are actually slaves, and we can try and say that's a degrading thing, but realistically, all we are, the majority of us, is just trying to survive.
Yeah.
So,
what's more degrading is not having first say over what you put in your body or what you do with the first portion of your income.
yeah, no, I agree. There's a lot, but at any point in history has that ever changed? Though, has that ever been different? Really?
I don't think that most people want it to be different. I think most people prefer comfortable, simple slavery to the alternative.
I would agree with that because, predominantly, anytime there was a point where any society was pushed to that point where they had to make a decision to change their empire, it resulted in a lot of suffering, and oftentimes it ended up in failure anyway. So it's, it almost feels like each nation is in some degree predisposed to be acclimated towards a certain type of governance based on how many hundreds of years those type of governments have been in those areas.
Yeah, I asked the chat if they wanted us to cover any topics, and Mindful Exposure wants to talk about it's Guy Freeman, the Colorado reports. Have you guys heard of this? Even if you have, I'm just gonna play this video. But the TLDR is like a migrant gang taking over a apartment complex. Let me play this video, and then I'll do the Paul on Slave. I'll ask for the expert panel's opinion.
All right, we're going to step off the campaign trail. We want to take you to a pretty shocking situation playing out in the Denver area. Take a look at this new video. Surveillance video appears to show potential gang violence at an apartment complex. This is happening in the suburb of Aurora, Colorado. These men captured on video using weapons to forcefully break into at least one apartment. Vicente Arenas from News Nation's Denver affiliate has more.
The video shows a group walking up a stairwell earlier this month at an apartment complex in Aurora. The Edge at Lowry is located at East 12th Avenue and Dallas Street. All but one of the people appear to be carrying either a long gun or a handgun. They then enter a unit. Another clip shows two men forcing their way into that same unit. The couple that provided the video told us today the camera that captured these images was in plain sight.
Hey, before I continue, there's about 30 seconds left, but apartment number 302, they better move now. They're the snitch. They just put their whole shit on blast, but let's finish watching it.
They moved out of the complex today saying they feared for their lives. It was a day they said couldn't come soon enough.
I will probably sleep better tonight than I have in the last 2.5 years. It's been really bad. It started out with loud music, then escalated to gunshots, then escalated to kicking in doors, then escalated to just taking over the property.
Thanks for watching. Go to join.
Your thoughts, expert panel.
What would be an excellent clip right now would be cuts to Tommy and his SWAT team camera view right now, considering it's Colorado. But it's not surprising that a area like that is getting overrun like this.
Are you blaming who do you blame?
I blame the Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I blame Tim Walz. It's all Tim Walz's fault. You got any thoughts on this flow state?
I just don't. I'm not sure how this one incident. I feel like I'm missing something because this little clip doesn't feel like enough for the to say that Aurora's taken over.
Well, I think the talking point would be that the media is trying to downplay it and only showing this one clip, but that they're taking over different apartments in parts of the town or whatever. And there is like testimonies on Twitter and stuff, but I mean they're all anonymous people. You don't know how.
It wouldn't be surprising to me that there were different gangs that were taking over areas like that because of the fact that when I used to live in Southern California, in Temecula area specifically, there was a lot of immigrants that were coming into that area because of the boomer die off and everybody being shuffled around. It was a city that was basically set to be overrun the same way. There was that Netflix special where there was the Gandhi type guy that took over a whole city. They were all wearing red. It's a very simple concept of just taking over cities. But I think this is very similar to it.
Yeah. I mean, you're probably right about everything. Certainly the media will downplay it and the local law enforcement will try to downplay it. And these things do go, but in any community, right, there is some sort of power structure that's unofficial.
I heard the black gangs don't even mess with those like Mexican gangs because they're just too ruthless.
The Mexican gangs have been so divided at this point that there's so many different types of Mexican gangs that it's fucking wild. Down in this area, just like there are, I know areas where there are hotels that are basically, is pretty much like this taken over by a certain gang. And because of the fact that Phoenix is understaffed as far as police goes, they know it's not, the juice isn't worth the squeeze, right? Why go fucking, Judge Dredd style, jumping into a gigantic apartment complex, trying to smoke all these people that are going to be in there, and waste all your police officers' lives and all your ammunition. Basically, these people have basically become so powerful in these different areas because of different laws and things that pass, whatever, that make it to where they can infiltrate and fortify.
No, you don't see the homies hacking people apart in the hood, but no, normally they just do drive-by shootings and spray up the whole block.
Children.
Yeah, hit everything except for whoever they're supposed to be shooting at.
Right. Yeah. No, that's the best way actually to keep the medical industry in the local area actually running as well. So it's a whole symbiotic relationship, actually.
All right, let's move on to this one. I got another clip here. You guys may have seen it, maybe not, but TLDR, Army or National Guard is taking over a New York hotel. Check it out.
Name of a restaurant in Chinese. It might not work. Is the Army turning this thing into a migrant shelter? Why are you guys here? It's a hotel. Why is the Army at this hotel?
We're here at the request of the state of New York.
The state of New York has put the Army into hotels? What the hell is that about? This is a public hotel, right? What is the Army doing in this hotel? Have you guys taken over this hotel? What is?
So you can't record.
What the fuck is the Army doing taking over civilian hotels in the middle of New York City? I can't record. So this is what I'm talking about, people. Do you think those guys are there to help you or me? What is going on?
What is going on, fellas? What do you think?
I don't know. Sometimes I watch this shit and I think it's just an just propaganda meant to antagonize.
So agitprop.
Yeah.
Well,
But
when he asked these guys too, these two guys out the front door, these are the cannon fodder guys, much like Stephen David. So I'd like to get the cannon fodder's opinion. These guys don't know shit, really.
you there, cannon
They
fodder?
know whatever. Yeah, they're another theory was
Oh yeah,
because
anybody
Trump.
under specialist rank is cannon fodder.
Yeah, they're saying that Trump's arraignment or whatever is coming up soon too, and that's why some people speculate that these guys are inside of these hotels because maybe they're gonna try to like bring him into prison or something. But that's more kind of QAnon fringe.
I think it's more likely that they're gonna, force a contrived conflict, like they did on January 6th. The
Is
nothing.
it possible that it's some kind of military training thing or something? I don't even
Anything's
know.
possible. Yeah, I've never been in the military. I don't know enough to really have any sort of an opinion on this.
Yeah, me neither. So that's why we got to rely on the expert here on the panel, Stephen David.
Yeah, retard hours. Let's go.
What do you think? You're the only one here with any.
I mean,
military
honestly, okay. From what I've seen so far, it looks like basically if I were to set up a false flag, and we were to claim that this was what that was, right? I would specifically employ and make some sort of mandate that necessitates having a bunch of specialist or below rank people just basically fucking guarding this fucking hotel, because maybe there's a senator or maybe there's a former president or whatever that was going on come in, right? And have them give a reason to pretend like they're trying to keep perimeters. But the fact is, all of these motherfucks, after about 30 to 45 minutes, will end up getting bored and lazy and end up fucking off, ended up finding any excuse to not do what they are supposed to do. And that's how you end up getting all of these false flags, like how we saw with Trump getting nicked. And this is why it's funny, because of the fact that have you guys dug into the MOA of the rifle that he used?
No, give us the deets.
So basically, this was the poor man's rifle. Basically, if anybody is getting a Palmetto State Armory rifle,
You hush your mouth. Palmettos are good guns for the price.
go fuck yourself, nerd.
You go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you know it's poor man's rifle. You
It's
just don't want to
definitely a
admit
poor
it.
man's rifle, but
Yeah,
it's on a different look.
say
It's much more respectable
say
than
it's
like a
just
high
as
point.
Good for me, bitch. Say it's just as good. Say it's just. I want to hear you say it's just as good
As what?
as an Anderson.
Your
rifle
Daniel
or-
defense ain't shit.
Yeah. All right.
It is just as good as an Anderson.
Okay. Now that we've established all that, the fucking MOA of the rifle that the shooter was using was so dog shit that it actually lends plausibility to the possibility of people actually, just like I had said, employed useful idiots like H.G. Wells had said in his, The Open Secret and the other books written in 1910, I believe. So they're past 100 years at this point. And basically drive home the point to say this fucking guy basically missed by chance, is my take on this, because there was so many things set into place to let a bad opportunity happen that they were banking that it will be this way. But the MOA of that rifle was so dog shit that basically at 150 yards, it was just wide enough to where a headshot and a fucking earshot is actually plausible. And this is the whole like
What did this have to
postmodern-
do with New York hotel? Okay.
this kind of stuff, because all these people that we saw at the entrance, these people might actually be employed military agents, either in the Army, Navy, whatever camouflage they're wearing, whatever branch they're a part of. It might be just so useful to employ stupid people and just roll the dice on chaos with every single fucking psyop, because people like us can no longer make heads or tails of it, because nobody can. Ha ha.
Maybe everyone's
Right.
just a dipshit now, though. Maybe.
Exactly. That's the whole thing, is like, make it to where nobody can tell. They're basically trying to make it all chaos. It's Discordian magic. You remember how we talked about with the Illuminati cards? As close as they can make it to chaos, to where nobody can actually have a good buy-in on what's happening. That's what they want.
I agree. I think that, and that's what I think with all the school things, you know, going on. I think that all those people are basically if you take, it's like rolling rocks down a hill. Eventually, you're going to hit something. So if you just push enough crazies out the door, you'll get a hit somewhere.
Okay.
Exactly. That was the whole
Hold on.
thing.
Let me do it,
about-
Steven. Let me do
Sorry,
a
go ahead.
timeout real quick. Sorry. Let me do a timeout since we are here to dance on the Sanity Machine's grave tonight. We
Yes,
did
we
confront
are.
him earlier about being Forever Conscious Research Channel's biggest fan, who got rejected by him, and he turned jilted fan and started a channel, which he said wasn't true and there's no receipts. Forever Conscious Research Channel shows up in the chat. I had asked him earlier. Let me pull up the thing. I said, he said, congratulations to me and my wife. And I asked him, can he confirm or deny that Sanity Machine was his jilted fan? Forever Conscience says he didn't miss a stream for 2+ years, and there are plenty of receipts. LOL. Bam, Steven.
Sucks
Bam.
to suck, Steve.
Sucks to suck, boy. All right, man. Let me go back. So we went to the New York hotel. That was the Army. But now I want to go back to this. This is the Colorado migrant gangs in Aurora taking over the thing. And this guy supposedly is saying they're extorting Americans for rent and everything. Again, this is just some random person. So
Real quick, though,
salt.
is it just me or does it seem like it seems like anecdotally I've noticed there's a lot of craziness in the Denver area. Like it seems like half of the loopy people I mean on here that from Denver, live in Denver, have some tie to Denver.
Yeah, it's like a crazy ass liberal shithole.
Yeah, and Aurora seems to be like the hub of it,
epicenter. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on out there.
This guy's got to say,
dude. I've lived in Colorado now for like, I don't know, 4 months.
Is there anyone with no tattoos left in the world? Every single person has a fucking tattoo now, or what?
And, you know, you started hearing about like the migrants and stuff in Aurora, and then it like escalated. You know, they're taking over fucking like more than one apartment complexes and like extorting residents for rent. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, what are we doing? Like they're saying that the police won't do anything, the feds won't do anything, marshals won't do anything. Okay, well, like where the vets at? Like I'm dead ass. Fucking hit me up. Like if we can get fucking couple squads plus, this is an invasion. This is an enemy domestic. Holy shit. Let's do it.
Let's do it, fam. Let's do it. You think this is more propaganda, or do you think this idea that not just here in America or Colorado specifically, but even you see it happening over in the UK and everything, that there's growing sentiment that people think these are literal standing armies, not even figurative, but military-age men coming into these Western countries, just kind of waiting for some orders. Do you think there's anything to that?
I think that, well, not really, but I think that we're supposed to think that. I think what it is a provocation to try to get. I think that what they want is they want a civil war, and they want the right-wing patriot gun owners, right, to be the ones to leap, to get froggish and leap. So I think that that's what it is mostly. Just a hunch.
I don't think that that's what I used to think, but now I think that the right wing won't ever do shit. I don't think they
The
will
right
ever
wing
do
won't do
shit
shit.
unless Donald Trump came out himself and said, "Hey, motherfuckers, guns to the streets." I think then they would, or if some authority figure that they respected told them to, they would. But I don't think of their own accord they ever would. If they would have done it in the last election, but they didn't do shit. So why would they do shit this election?
Right. I think that Americans are so comfortable and obedient that I don't think that will do shit. Everybody likes to talk a good game, like, oh, my cold dead hands, try that shit over where I live. And it's all bullshit.
Yeah, I personally do think there's something to the migrant army theory, though, because it's too many men. It's not people really coming with their families. There's instances of families, but it's mostly military age men, and I don't know who or where they'll get their orders or weapons from, but I think eventually there could come a point where that happens.
Well, consider the demographic that is likely to do something as risky as move to another country, like that illegally. It's going to be younger men, right? That's the demographic you would expect just from a risk-taking perspective. And also, I do believe that they're being herded here by, the UN and the globalist people. But you don't need to have any sort of an organization. If you drop a bunch of young men into a place where they don't speak the language and they don't have anything, it's going to cause problems.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like I saw a meme where it was like, they used to drop nukes or whatever, and then in modern day it showed like a Jew dropping like colored people into Western nations or whatever. Like it's the same amount of damage and shit. I need some water. But even if it's not like coordinated and they don't necessarily have like a marching order, I think you could get all those migrants with the same thing I talked about with Trump. If they had some kind of leader on their own side that said, "Hey, we're going to supply you with munitions and everything, and it's time for you guys to start get out here and fight," or whatever, I think those people would fight as well.
Yeah, I just don't think that organization can happen unless it's allowed to or supported by the powers that be, right? Like everything, our lives are all organized here. And this is also completely compromised. I mean, the NSA never stopped pulling everything.
Right. And even bullshit supposed like Telegram like that, it's obviously controlled shit.
That's how they got like a bunch of the people who went to January 6th. I mean, they did the geo-locating thing on phones, but they used a lot of Telegram group conversations as evidence in trial, because they're in everything.
Right. And you do have Kamala coming out this election cycle saying that it's not right that there's different rules for Facebook and for X, and that they have direct access to communication with millions of people. So on her agenda would be something to lock that down, basically, which it already is. But I mean, there's a perception that it's peer-to-peer communication.
Well, have you looked at? Probably not. I'm the only person I know. I did a 3-part series on Trump's Agenda 47, which is his platform, right? It's on his website. It's his official campaign platform. Nobody's looked at it. That thing contains some insanity.
What's on it? I remember I vaguely looked at it like when it first came out, but I didn't go deep on it. I did a stream where I kind of glossed over it.
I'll put the playlist backstage if you want to watch it. I did a 3-part series going through all of it, and then 2 days later, I got 3 bullying and harassment strikes. Boom, 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 the same day.
Was that from that, or was that snafu?
No, the first actually TOS violation I got was a video that I'd uploaded 9 months ago, and it had been unlisted the whole time. Nobody'd ever seen it except for me. So I sort of think the topic might have got me clapped up. But
you can say it here. I'm not afraid of no strike. You can what's some of the most egregious shit of the plan?
So one of the things that and it's going to sound
What's it called? I'll try to bring it up on the screen while
Agenda
you're talking
47.
Okay.
One of the things that he was proposing is what's it called? American Academy, basically socialized college, a college that's free to anybody. And the way that he would fund it is by suing private colleges that are too woke. Another
See,
one
that sounds based on a surface level. What do you think is
on
wrong with something like that?
at first glance, it appeals to people who are tired of woke shit. But when you think about what he's really proposing, what he's saying is we want to sue private businesses so that we can create a public free competitor. They're basically saying the government's going to take over college, right? So that's just pure communism. And then another one was when he was regarding the homeless problem. Goddamn, I wish I could remember. Basically, that people who are homeless will be forced to fix themselves and become productive members of society, or
I kind of remember that when I looked at it. Something like put them into
concentration
some kind of treatment
camp.
programs. It's
Right.
Like treatments or
we'll
jail,
help these
basically,
people
right?
get back in their feet to become productive members of society, and if they don't want to, we'll send them to a camp. Which
based.
You want concentration camps, huh?
Yeah, but get these homeless people off the street. Fuck them, dude. How do you have a society when you have like I'm in Florida. It's like meth-con down here, bro. Like on the streets, like constantly. It's why. And I moved from Minnesota, where there was homelessness, but there were shelters and stuff. And then right around COVID, it just exploded, where there was tent cities like in the middle of streets, downtown, and everything.
And how has it affected
this
you?
is a major problem that needs to be dealt with. I don't know if it's concentration camps is the answer, but something's got to be done.
I mean, I would think concentration camps is the worst possible solution for any problem.
I mean, it almost worked the first time. Shit. Almost. The only problem with a concentration camp for homeless is that eventually,
you don't think that you have a right
to anyone else.
You don't think that you have a right to live, to not have to have like a formal residence? Like, I think
I mean, that's kind of a tricky subject, because then you get them living right on the street. Like in Minnesota, they literally, there's tents all over right in the downtown XL Energy Center where they play the Minnesota Wild Play and shit. So when you want to bring your family there, it's like a homeless drug area and shit.
So
you gotta walk through with
happens?
Your family.
I mean, to take that position, you have to be incredibly confident that you will never hit hard times. Because I bet that if something happened to you, if something happened and you lost your house, I don't think you're going to want there to be a concentration camp then, right?
Yeah, but if they're offering a solution, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. If there's some kind of program or something to help you get on your feet or whatever, because the homelessness shit is out of control, bro. It's a fucking problem.
Here, it's definitely way bigger than it was when I was a kid. But where
are you at?
Kansas City.
Oh yeah, that's a shithole too.
But I'm still not affected by it, right? Like, I see them, but they're not like coming to my house.
It's real kind of a gray area, but there needs to be. There's a problem with it too. If you have like a sanctuary city or whatever, or a designated place where they can go, it becomes real fucking sketch real quick at that point too.
But I think the causal reasons are important as well, right? The economy is crashing, and what?
I mean, it's mostly druggies, though. Let's be honest, it's mostly druggies. There's a few people on hard times that lost a job and shit. There's definitely that, but I would venture to say 90% of these people are druggies.
5 years ago, I would agree with you. Today, I don't know. I'm just, 5 years ago, I was a druggie too. So I was a little bit more familiar with the homeless population. Today, I don't know that I agree with that. But I don't know that I don't. You could be right.
I mean, I see them all over, but it's,
But I mean, if you
in different areas.
You think about it, so that used to be true 5 years ago. They were mostly druggies, and most of it was by choice. But I think that probably the homeless population here it's probably gone up 8-9 times. Like it's way bigger than it was. And I don't know that I think there's that much more drugs around.
I think there is that much more drugs. I think that's the fentanyl pouring in and everything like that.
That's why we should legalize everything.
And then you'll just have even more people, I think, doing that if you legalize everything.
Well, it was over the 45 years we've had the war on drugs, substance use has only gone up the whole time as well. So our approach to it isn't working. And I think that's probably because we've created when you make it illegal, you make a massive industry around it.
Right, but what's the alternative? To just be handing out fentanyl?
No, just treat it like alcohol. Treat everything like alcohol. There are functioning alcoholics.
Regulate it or what?
Yeah, just treat it like alcohol. There are functioning alcoholics, but there are no functioning hard drug addicts. Even though alcohol is the worst drug, in a lot of ways. Why is that? That's because
if they're functioning alcoholics, then they can't be the worst drug. If there's
my point is that there would be functioning drug addicts as well if it weren't for the law enforcement. Well, I mean, there are functioning hard drug addicts. There's more than probably you realize, but the laws are not reducing the impact of addiction on society. They're exacerbating it and creating an industry around it. And I actually think that the profit margin on drugs because of the laws is so massive that it incentivizes more drug activity.
I think legalizing it would just lead to more power into the hands of big pharma. But right now the stuff we're getting in the streets is probably I would assume it's from China, right? I would assume that stuff is manufactured in China and then they ship it. It's probably an intentional thing to bring over here and flood the streets with.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the big picture, it's too perfect, right? You get everybody hooked on OxyContin, and then you take them off OxyContin, and then you pull out of Afghanistan, and the Taliban shuts down opium production, and then you have the fentanyl thing start up. But I don't remember where I was going to land that. Oh, pharma. I think that right now, I don't know. It's hard to say how much more power they would or wouldn't take, but it seems like they've already got quite a corner on it, right? Your painkillers, your Adderall, these are all your hard drugs. They're just in a pill form through a doctor.
Right. And what they're going towards next now is the legalized mushrooms and all that shit, like microdose. I forget there's a name for that industry. I forget what it's called, but Peter Thiel is even investing in legalized mushrooms and all that. They want to use it. I think they want everyone so hooked on drugs, and then the next drug is to get them off of that, which is microdosing mushrooms and shit like that. The next industry.
Be smiley. If things were legal, people would know what they're buying. You wouldn't have the fentanyl problem because heroin addicts would still be doing heroin that they want. They wouldn't have had to switch to fentanyl, and they wouldn't be buying stuff that was cut with fentanyl. That
they want the shit though that you die. When they hear you died, someone died from it. That's the shit they go look for and buy.
That is true.
They want the hardest shit.
But I think most of the overdose deaths are because they don't know what they have. If you have standard production and standard packaging, there's always this Pepsi is always going to have the same amount of caffeine in it. I'm never going to get one can of Pepsi that's just going to blow my heart up.
Yeah, I somewhat understand what you're saying. I'd almost, at this point in my life, I'd almost be for a fucking hard ban on everything. Death sentence if you're caught with it. Fuck you. Just chop the fucking head off. It's going to take many years to correct the ship. It's in such a fucking disastrous state right now.
Mm.
But I've also been sober for 3 years now, so drank, smoked weed, did all that shit, everything for 25 years. I don't blame the problems in my life on drugs though. It was just some shit I did,
Yeah, and I think that drug use is not. It's a symptom, right? It's a symptom of a problem. So you can try whatever you like, but there will be other expressions of it, which is exactly what we've seen over 45 years.
Yeah, I agree. It's a symptom of the hard times, and even alcoholism and everything. It's like such hard times in the economy and everything. It's like they give you this thing to kind of numb the pain away, just to make it through the day to get to your job the next day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you could increase the people's quality of life somehow, then I definitely don't have the answer, and I'm not even suggesting anything. But you'd have to increase the quality of people's life to even try to sway them away from that type of shit. Really,
Yeah.
the only answer is Jesus Christ, people. That's it. It's the only thing that's going to save you.
What we learned in rehab that seemed like it made sense is that an addiction is a substitute for a relationship, right? Like it's there for you when you get off work, when you've had a good day, when you've had a bad day. If Jesus works for you, more power to you.
Works for everyone, brother.
Well, I don't know about all that.
It's because you don't know. Don't mean it's not true.
I'll concede that. Just because I don't know doesn't mean it's not true.
Jessica Jane, shout out. And even if society on the whole was to have like a Christian revival, I think you'd see a lot more, or a lot less, I should say, like drug and alcohol use and abuse. I think people just need some type of meaning in their life, and global homo corporate rat race it's too leaves people too empty.
I agree with that. I think that I would prefer a return to families. I think that everybody's so selfish and people aren't making families, and I think that you lose the connections, you lose your family, and I think that's the source of the issue. If we could get rid of birth control, that would probably solve a lot more problems.
Yeah,
like I don't know if I never planned. I didn't intend to have kids, right? Like I didn't intend not to ever have kids, but when I had mine, it was not planned. It was an accident, and I'm glad it happened that way. I'm glad that was not something I got the decision in, and I think that there's a reason God or nature or whatever it is took that choice kind of out of our hands.
Right. Same with me. Yeah, I don't think none of my kids were planned. Motherfucker can't pull out. That's all.
Right.
Shit. Told my
half
wife,
a stroke too late, and it's all done.
That's right, bro. We got a 6-week-old kid. I said, stay away from me until I can go get clipped, man. Shit. I'm 45. I ain't shooting blanks yet, bro. Still out here. Out here.
Wholesome flow moment.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I agree with. I don't know if you ever watch Andrew Wilson?
Sometimes.
The Juiceable.
Yeah.
He's on right now on that whatever, but that's basically his whole position as nuclear family and everything. That's why I think it's funny that he battles from like the most logical position and then battles like 19-year-old prostitutes, and they're like, wow, this guy's such a great debater. Wow. It's like wrecking thoughts with the most logical position there is.
Yeah, I haven't watched that much of it. It feels like punching. It feels like punching down to me.
Yeah, I think it's pretty retarded, and in the end, it's basically he's just promoting these OnlyFans thoughts, and if you think about it, because that's the only thing I shouldn't say the only thing, but the majority of the people that he's interacting with. Yeah, the nuclear family though is where it's at. I agree with all you guys.
Yep, and I think I think that our culture really, really undervalues the fuck out of it. I mean, it kind of snubs its nose.
It was definitely subverted for a long time. So they had World War I, sent all the men off, and then whoever's left, they rounded them up with World War II, the sons and whoever was left. And then right after that, then you had them like the television expansion, whatever, all these like programming coming out, and I had all these less men. And you come out with TV shows like the Brady Bunch or whatever, mixed families are cool and all this shit. It's okay to get divorced. Don't worry about it. Some guy will take you back, or a different guy will take you in, or whatever.
Well, I'm a big fan of no fault divorce. Like I'm all about that. That worked out really well for me. I loved my divorce.
Yeah, I got fucked in my divorce. I got murdered.
Did you file first?
No.
That's what. Yeah, I filed first, and it's like I swear to God, that's the thing that will make or break your divorce.
Well, that's not really no fault then, is it? If it's
Well, no fault divorce just means you don't need a reason, right? Like there doesn't need to be abuse or cheating or something.
yeah, but how do you reconcile supporting a nuclear family and then also at the same time advocating for divorce for any reason?
Because I think that the nuclear family needs to be valued from the inside, not imposed from the outside. And that if you have laws or
state,
if you have laws or government so in a marriage, the government isn't party to that contract, right? They record it basically, but they're not a party to the contract. And then in a divorce, they're invited into basically it's a liquidation of assets, including kids. They're considered assets.
Right. I see what you're saying. But that's why originally marriage is just a religious ceremony, because then the church is involved with it too to help you if there's problems and stuff.
And I'm not religious, but that makes more sense to me than the way it is now.
Right. Yeah, I agree though. It's designed to just
I don't think that you can have, if you've got two people that hate each other and you say, well, you need a reason to get divorced. There needs to be abuse or something to justify it. Like all you're doing is incentivizing abuse. Like it's not going to make the family stronger. If people want to get divorced, they're not going to be like, oh fuck, I can't get divorced now because then I'd have to hit you. So I guess I'll love you.
Wouldn't you feel better if you could just beat the fuck out of her one time? Wouldn't you just feel better like, bitch, I got you?
My ex-wife would have loved that too much. She was begging for it because
they love it, bro. I know what you're saying. They love it.
Yeah,
they want
give
it.
her the upper hand.
Yeah, bro. It's these bitches, man. These bitches out. That's why it's hard to find a real one, man. You gotta be real blessed to get a.
Did Christ say anything about divorce? I'm looking at the comment there.
What did he say?
I don't know. I don't know if he's. I don't recall him having.
Look it up.
I'm assuming Semper.
Some theologian can tell us.
I'm assuming Semper knows the answer because he asked the question. I think it's a leading question.
Divorce should only be permitted in the case of sexual immorality.
Is that what Jesus said, or is that
Jesus said that divorcing a spouse for any other reason other than sexual immorality makes the spouse an adulterer, and that marrying a divorced person is also an adultery. Jesus says that Moses permitted divorce due to the hardness of people's hearts, but that was not original intention. Jesus says Moses permitted divorce because of people's hard hearts, but that he tells people that divorcing a spouse for any other reason than sexual immorality commits adultery. Jesus appeals to the order of creation in Genesis, which says that man and woman are one, and that what God has joined should not be separated. I'd say that's one of the bigger things you see on the reversal roles of the man and woman. They're making the low T beta male. That's almost like the stay-at-home mom, and then you have the boss babe, boss bitch mom that goes to the career and makes all the money. The inversion of the roles. And then man and women are like magnets to attract to each other and make one thing. But when you reverse the polarity of each one, now they're repulsing against each other. You see that society-wide, I think.
I agree. Our culture is promoting behavior that's entirely unnatural. And you can only rebel against your nature so much. Like really, do you think how many women do you think actually prefer weak men, or how many men actually prefer strong women? Like, probably none.
I think, genuinely, probably none. I think that they may be programmed to think that they do, but I think you see that in the divorce rates and everything like that it's not working out. Anyone else gonna click that link, bro? You got anything else you want to get into, Flow State?
No, I'm about to jump off, but I was going to say one thing just to stick in your head, maybe for a later time. But Kamala Harris's dad. If you've never, he was a economics professor. If you've never looked at his economic work, it's worth looking into. It's very, very socialist. So, anyways, thanks for having me up.
All right,
tap on King Stephen's grave. Salute to the chat.
Appreciate you. All right, I might as well just shut it down then. No one else coming up, but I appreciate everyone's time. Fuck you, Sanity Machine, you little bitch. Eat shit and die, bitch. Thanks to everyone that was here. Have a good night.